there is about to be a huge shift at Arsenal. Look, there's a lot of frustration surrounding Arsenal at the minute. People are so frustrated after that Liverpool result. And I can see it. Look, I see it in my comment section. A lot of people are pointing fingers at Arteta and saying, you are incapable of playing an attacking brand of football. Do I think that's true? We're going to speak about it in today's video. Like I said, there are reasons to be optimistic. If you're a fan wanting attacking football, there are signs there showing that Arsenal will be attacking more this season. So we're going to speak about it. Before we do though, you know the drill. My name is Jed, and if you could help me out very quickly, just hit like and subscribe on this video. So we are going to speak about that creativity issue that is causing, I don't know, some concern, some frustration in this Arsenal fan base. And I do see it. I see the messages. I see the reaction online. And I do understand the frustration. I think the main frustration stems from people realising Liverpool were there for the taking. And Arsenal just couldn't do it. But there's a lot of criticism that I'm seeing aimed at Arteta and this Arsenal team where I'm thinking it's just untrue. We're going to speak about it. First of all, just let me know. Does Arteta have a creativity problem? Is he unwilling to play a progressive, attacking style of football? Do you genuinely believe that? Let me know. In my opinion, I don't think he's scared of playing attacking football. We've seen it over the seasons. Look, a few seasons ago, that probably was the best or the most attractive brand of football Arsenal were playing. There is a development. There is an evolution that's happening, and we're not yet seeing the final product. Like, you look at that defence, and we have probably over-relied on that defence last season and at times this season because it is so strong. But there, like I said, there are signs that Mikel Arteta is willing to be more creative. Just look at some of the players he's brought in. He's brought in a number 9 that just wants to score goals. I know that doesn't create or solve the creativity problem, but it just shows that he's now willing to focus on an out-and-out striker who just wants to score goals. He's not worried about the defensive aspect of the number 9, using a Havertz to drop deep. It's showing that he's willing to evolve his tactics and play with an out-and-out number 9. Also, bringing in players like Madueke, players like Eze, signings that, especially with the Madueke one, most fans didn't see the vision with. Why are we bringing in this player? I think we saw in the last game exactly why we're bringing in this type of player. He now is happy playing a brand of football where when you give the winger the ball, they create something. He's not looking to just pass it about. Although we saw it in the last game, he was forced to be more conservative in that last game. A lot of people, even me, look, before the game I said I would have played Eze, and that's kind of the reaction I'm still seeing. If he was on the bench, then he could have started. I guess it depends on the way you look at it. Because if he throws Eze in and he looks out of his depth, then people are going to say, well, he's just joined the club. Why is he throwing him in? I think Arteta is going to find it difficult to win that situation. If you start Eze, it's kind of like he doesn't understand the role that is needed of him just yet. And people will say, just let him play football. But football doesn't work like that. You can't just throw 11 good players on the pitch and say, go and play football. It's not as easy as that. Pep Guardiola, arguably the best living or current managing in world football, he has a system. He has a way in which he wants players to play. Like, whether we like it or not, players are asked to do a job for the team. So no matter what skills or attributes they have to work for the team. So you can't expect a player who's just come in for 1 week to know all the intricacies of the way that Mikel Arteta wants to play. That is something I'm seeing missed. They're saying just throw Eze in. You don't just throw players in because then the whole balance is out of whack. Like I said, I probably would have started him. The reaction to Arteta not starting him and people saying, oh, Arteta can't win away at Anfield. Wenger used to go away and win at Anfield. And I'm thinking, Arsene Wenger is a legend. He's my favourite Arsenal manager since I've been alive. But he only went in 22 years of management. I think he went to Anfield and won 2 or 3 times in the Premier League. Let's not pretend he was going there every season, even when we had the Invincibles, and won every single year. It's just not realistic. And if you look at Mikel Arteta's record over the past few years against the big 6 sides, it's been phenomenal. Like, people say, oh, we're so defensive. We never want to put these big teams to the sword. And I'm thinking, how much of a short memory do you have? Do you not remember playing Man City last season and winning 5-1? Do you not want to mention that, or does it just not fit your narrative? This isn't a defensive manager in every single game. It's situational. If he's going away to the Etihad and Anfield, he might play a slightly more conservative brand of football. because it's been successful for him. That's the way in which he's been able to garner results in the past. And we may not have won the title, but in those individual circumstances, we've gone to the Emirates and drew, and then we beat them at home. We go to the Anfield and draw, and then we beat them at home. He went there with a similar game plan. Look, people in a perfect world would say you should go there to win every single game. But if we go there and open up, which we have done in the past, and then they put 3 or 4 goals past us, then what are we saying? This manager's useless. He's gone into Anfield and he's tried to go in there blind, going in there with a frenzy, shooting all over the place, and he's missed. He's got absolutely spanked. He's been taught a lesson. You don't go to Anfield and just open up. So I think Arteta's in a difficult situation. I think he approached the game slightly conservative, but it has got him results previously, and I think that's why he's done it. I also want to speak about the Nketiah loan deal. Look, there's a lot of confusion around this deal. We've obviously signed him. People are saying, oh, look, we're still going for loan deals, but this isn't a deal that's going to remain as a loan. This is a full-time permanent deal. They only had to put it through as a loan deal to kind of balance, it's due to FFP. And people will say, well, why did we not put an obligation? It's to do with something like, if you put it through as an obligation, then it counts under this year's finances. But if you put it through as an option and you trigger that next year, then it will go into next year's finances. And the option can either be triggered by Arsenal or the selling club. So either club can trigger that. So it will 100% happen. So he will be an Arsenal player, and he will add something different in terms of creativity to this Arsenal team, because he is, when playing fullback, a left back, he likes to overlap. He likes to get down the wing, and that frees up whoever is in that left wing position. Now, that is a conversation I think we can realistically have. Who is the left winger going forward? Because Martinelli struggled in the last game. And I could lose count at the amount of times that I've backed Martinelli, maybe blindly at times, and people saying he's not good enough. I can't believe you don't see it. I think there's a good player in there. That's the thing with Martinelli. He can be a good player. The thing is, we haven't seen it for about 3 years. So there does come a point where you think, right, you've now got players like Eze, like Madueke, who show that when they get the ball, they want to progress. They want to try and make something different and attack and beat the fullback. That's what needs to happen in a creative attacking team. So who plays left wing? Is it Eze, who we saw in the last game? Probably. If we have Ødegaard, can you imagine the creativity if we do have a Bukayo Saka, Ødegaard, Eze and Gyökeres? I would be more than happy to play that. I did say when Eze come in, I think he's a central signing, maybe someone to play the number 10, compete with Ødegaard, maybe switch out. You have a Rice and Eze and Zubamendi midfield, or you could have a Ødegaard, Eze, and then a Declan Rice midfield. There's loads of variations that you can play, but there will be times where he's played out wide as well. And if you can get Madueke fit and playing like he did against Liverpool in every single game, then brilliant. It's just going to be interesting to see what Arteta does when Saka comes back. Look, Saka's not back yet, so for now, Madueke has absolutely made that position his own. He starts at right wing for every game until Bukayo Saka is back. I like that performance. There's a lot of people saying they don't actually think he done well. He was too predictable. I disagree wholly. I think he had the beating of Gyökeres, and if there was ever going to be something happening from one of them Arsenal attackers or any of the attackers in the game, Madueke was the best attacker on that pitch for the Arsenal versus Liverpool game. So I think that is 100% his position. Let me know your thoughts on everything you've heard in this video. Who was your pick for that left wing position, and what are your thoughts on these people calling out Arteta and saying he lacks creativity? Let me know. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me a quick favour, just hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.